Hello everyone and welcome to my second YouTube video. In this video I am going to be talking about my experience with the Smith-Waite Tarot deck, Centennial Edition in a tin thus far. As I mentioned in my very first video, I am new to tarot and today is actually my first month anniversary. So I received this deck by mail on August 6th and today is September 6th. So it's very apropos, I think, to do this video as a mini celebration and reflection of sorts. I am really thankful that I got this deck and that this was my first deck. As I mentioned in the previous video, I was not a fan of the original Rider-Waite Smith deck. The colors were a bit too loud and garish for me, or they clashed. I'm not sure. Not sure how to describe it. I just didn't really connect with them, especially how the colors with the images, the drawings. Not too sure. But as I was perusing YouTube, I stumbled upon a lot of unboxings, a lot of comparisons of the best Rider-Waite Smith decks, and I saw this one. And I was really enamored by the idea that it comes in a tin. I love small things, and so I thought this is perfect, because even you can put it in your bag, take it everywhere with you, and help you learn. And it's perfect for my hands. It fits really nicely. And again, it's one of the original decks, and well, yeah, it's the original system. It's everything that if I want to learn tarot and I want the foundation, I should get this. More or less, that's how my thought process went. But I really like the muted colors and the symbolism. I'm having a pretty good time so far discovering the symbolism. Some of them are easier to pick up than others, and I think that's just a reflection of, what do we know, like what do I know personally as far as Christianity, Greek mythology, etc. There's some stuff I don't know. Some cards I'm like, what is this trying to say? But that's part of the fun in the journey. Ideally, I said journey as the Fool came up. But yes, so in this video, I'm just going to talk about the cards that I have the most thoughts on thus far. Because I have thoughts on all the cards, but I think the ones I selected for this video I have more on, and I limited myself to 3 cards per major arcana and 3 cards per each suite in the minor arcana. So hopefully if you're watching, you're finding this interesting. Either way, it's a good idea, a good time for me to reflect on it for myself. So in the major arcana, I really like the Magician. I like the colors on this card. I like his facial expression and the idea that all the tools are here, so it's like, okay, this is what you're going to be working with in this deck. And when I first started tarot, or before I started tarot rather, I thought that the Magician card was more someone who's controlling the cards, the action. Because we're seeing it from a viewer's perspective, so we're watching this guy perform a ceremony of sorts. But I'm learning that it's really like the reader should put themselves in the magician's place, and that we have the tools at our disposals, and it is what we make of it. And I find that idea really empowering, and yeah. And I think it could go either way, right? Because it could go, you have the tools, it can go for good or bad, for illusion or for enlightenment. I like the Lover's card because it's full of symbolism. So as I mentioned, I have some background in Christianity. I went to a Jesuit university for college. So some basic foundations there as far as Catholicism. And I do like all the things that you can pick up in this card, even the fact that, there's a lot going on. It's easy to figure out. And I like the Hermit as well. because of the muted blue in the background, the sky, the white symbolizing the snow, his staff, and his lamp. And it seems like, he is walking and he's as a guiding light, so not completely alone. He's solitary, but he's not necessarily alone. And he can guide others too. And I work in a field where I hope that the job and the things that I do are empowering the individuals I meet with. And so I find that this card really calls to me. Of course, when I first was reading the little book, that's my thoughts on the card. I was like, oh, this could also be Gandalf, or Man in the Mountain kind of thing. But in the book, it kind of has a more downer, I would say, kind of definition. Prudence, which is good, and then treason, dissimulation, corruption, and roguery. I was like, oh no, is that a negative card? And so that's just one of the ways that my reading is different than, or what I pick up is different than what the book says. But I'm glad to see that in other videos I've watched, they've also mentioned about the lamp and guiding light. And going into the minor arcana, this Two of Wands. I like the idea that he's holding the world, he's holding the staff, and so it could be someone planning. I know he's supposed to be a merchant, right? Watching his ships, but I like the idea that he has the world in his hands, but also home. So like it is what you make of it. He can go off and explore. But even if you're home, he's satisfied. So it's not a bad thing. Adventure can still be in where you are. Because I know sometimes people say, I need to go out and explore the world to go on this self-journey of sorts to grow as a person. And that's lovely and wonderful if you have the financial resources. But sometimes you can't escape yourself, and no matter where you go. So it's best, I like that idea. And also, like, you can't shut yourself off from the world as much as you want to. Especially nowadays, the world can be a very scary place, and there's a lot of messed up things going on. But as much as we want to shut ourselves off from that, we really can't. Anyway, that's what I got from this card. And this card, because whenever I shuffle, I see this card. Not that I select this card for readings per se, but as I'm shuffling through the deck to get a card that I'm studying, this one I always I see this one right away. And I like that he has like a wary expression, and he's just kind of cautious. He's bandaged, so he's taking a beating, but he's still standing, still ready to alert anyone if there's approaching danger. And I think also it's probably like a reflection of where I am maybe at this point in my life, that this card kind of resonates with me a lot. And I like the Queen of Wands primarily because I like her little black cat, even though it has its expression is funny, but her face is really nice, just very calm. She's just chilling. She's a ruler, but she has her sunflower. Moving on to the cups. I like the Two of Cups. To me, this is more of a lover's card. I don't know what that says about me, that I identify this more with love than this card. And this one's very like going into things open-minded, but Adam definitely threw Eve under the bus, so I'm not sure how I feel about that. And in this one, they're exchanging cups. It is very ceremonial, but she's going into this hopefully with her eyes wide open and with her own volition. So I like that. And then that you're exchanging stuff. Sometimes in partnerships, we do have to open ourselves up, give something of ourselves to another person. Not necessarily in a possessive way or materialistic way, but yeah, the exchanging, I find, for me, it's more love, marriage. I like the Four of Cups. It's this guy, he's just sad in his own world. He has stuff, or stuff is available, and he even has this this cloud offering him a cup, but he's too wrapped up in himself to notice. And I think this is a good reminder not to do that. Sometimes I do tend to do what this guy's doing, so I like this card as a reminder not to do it. The Eight of Cups. This is another card where I think I had a slightly different interpretation. So in the book, it says that he's a dejected figure, I think, leaving his stuff behind, whatever this represents. But for me, I was like, oh, he's just going on a journey, you know. Sometimes you have to leave baggage behind, good and bad baggage, to go off on your journey. I mean, look at all this. This is calm, and then there are rough paths, but no journey is completely straight and narrow road. You will have troubles, but hopefully it's good. I mean, the moon looks a little bit sad. I like moons, so I like this card. And the Swords is probably my favorite suite so far. All the pictures are just really gorgeous in here. I like this lady. She's in meditation mode. She's ready to fight, blindfolded. So just even though there's rough waters behind, she can kind of go into that zone, become balanced. The Six of Swords. Rough water, calm waters. Her defense systems. She has someone. I'm assuming this is a female. She has someone helping her. It could be her husband. It was actually in the book, it says ferryman, but I was like, this is family. There's safe shores ahead. I come from an immigrant background, so this definitely calls to me. And then the Eight of Swords. She's bound up. Swords surround her. Rocky terrain, water, castle. But her expression, she's calm for the most part. She has complete faith that she will get herself out of here, or that someone will come and help her. But either way, she's getting out of the situation. Even her posture is not that dejected. And hopefully this is a safe harbor, not the ones who kidnapped her. And then the last suite is the Pentacles. It's another suite that I really like, all the imagery. I like all the imagery and all the wands in all the suits. The wands have a very clear progression from king, especially if you go from kings to ace, for me. So, yeah, but sidetracking, sorry. The Five of Pentacles. It's a sad card. They're out in the snow. Not in the best shape. Yeah, they're together, but you can think of it either as they're not included in this safe harbor. But if this is a church for many people can symbolize a place of sanctuary. So hopefully they're going inside and someone will help them. And I think, the last two are a pair. The King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. I like them together. They seem, really, they match. They're both looking at their pentacle, very contemplative. And there's a lot of abundance in their life. He doesn't forget he's still a ruler. And she's in tune with nature. And again, I just really like the facial expressions. But that is pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I am hoping to be able to record another video for my second deck that I ever received, which was the Anima Mundi. But we shall see. Thank you again, and I hope you're having a great day.